Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'll be doing a how to microneedle at home video. The first part of the video I'll be explaining the benefits of microneedling, going over some of the products I'm using for this, and also doing a demonstration of how I microneedle on my face. If you want to see how this is achieved, please keep watching. Some of the great benefits to microneedling, it's collagen induction therapy. That's another term for microneedling. So what that means, it produces collagen production in the skin. By doing so, it really helps with any superficial lines and wrinkles. It helps to minimize pores, which is actually my concern and why I will be doing microneedling. It helps with any smile lines, any crow's feet, any forehead lines. So it's really good for those areas. It's also good for any superficial acne scarring. If you have any pigmentation blemishes, very light, but still really helps well with that. So usually this treatment is done at a medical clinic by either a registered nurse or a medical esthetician. Personally myself, I'm in the field and been in this field for a number of years. I'm a medical esthetician as well and have done these treatments on other patients and have seen really good results with that. So I really wanted to share my feedback and my experience. With the right tools, you could definitely do this at home. So keep watching and I'll show you a demonstration of how I achieve this. So some of the products I'll be using today is the Dr. Pen microneedling pen. It comes with one needle tip. You could definitely buy more. I bought them on Amazon because one is definitely not enough if you want to do more treatments. I'll link that down below. But with this Dr. Pen, it's an A6 Ultima. So this is the microneedling pen I'll be using. The next thing I'll be using is the ordinary hyaluronic acid, which will help in promoting more of that collagen production. It will help stimulate it and really help with that fine lines and wrinkles. Another thing I'll be using is numbing cream. This I find is a little bit more challenging to get because you need to get a prescription for the more stronger numbing cream. However, there's other alternatives in drugstores. Other thing I'll be using is alcohol. Taking off the numbing cream, you want to cleanse it really well with alcohol, rubbing alcohol. I'm using 50%, you can use higher if you wish. Next, I will be using some gloves. I have some gauze and this tipped popsicle stick to put the numbing cream on. This is optional, you could really use it with your hand. So I just washed and cleansed my face. That's the first step to the microneedling because you want to have cleansed skin. You don't want to have any makeup, and you need to keep wiping the makeup off until it's completely gone because you don't want it when you're doing, especially when you're doing the microneedling, you don't want any bad bacteria in the skin. Okay, so now I'm going to apply the numbing cream. So that's the second step. I'm just going to put on my gloves. So with this, you could use the popsicle stick, or you could use your finger, whichever. Both are fine. And you just apply a generous amount of that on your skin. And the stuff is really strong, so it kicks in right away. And as you guys might be able to tell, my skin is really red right now. It's extremely sensitive, but what I find with these treatments is it actually does build resilience. So for some people that are afraid of doing a treatment like this and creating more sensitivity to the skin, it's actually the opposite. Your skin becomes more resilient with doing these treatments because it's a common question that is asked when I meet with patients.
Never make promises, 'cause I don't keep them. I never make promises, 'cause I don't keep them.
So I'm done with the numbing application, so I'm going to put the timer on for 15 minutes. That's roughly the amount of time you're going to need for the numbing to set. So the 15 minutes is up now. I'm going to remove the numbing cream and then start the microneedling process, okay? So, just going to lightly take this off. So I'm using a gauze to remove this. You could probably honestly use like paper towel, just I find the gauze is a little bit more gentle on the skin. So now I'm gonna use the rubbing out the alcohol to remove any excess numbing cream. So this is the microneedling pen I'll be using. Like I said, the Dr. pen. It comes with a needle tip. With these needle tips, they come in different sizing. So the amount of needles depends on what you're trying to target. So for example, if you're targeting acne, there will be more needles on the tip. For me, I'm doing it for fine lines and larger pores, so there's less. I believe there's 12 needles in this one. So you would have to buy accordingly to what you're trying to target. So I'm just going to open this up, and it comes in the sealed bag, which is great for sanitary purposes. So it just goes on here. So it's like that, and just you twist it at the end, so it looks like this. Okay, so I'm just gonna apply some hyaluronic acid to my skin. I'm gonna start with the larger pores because that's where my main concern is. So I'm just gonna apply. Oh. You may want to have a towel when you do this. Okay. And then another thing with the microneedling, there's different needle depth penetration. So for this microneedle, it goes anywhere from 0.5 to 2.5. So I'm gonna start a little bit lower just to get my skin used to this. Okay, so I'm gonna turn it on. And as you can hear, those are the needles making little insertions into the skin. So I'm gonna start. So as you can see, the skin is getting more redder, and sometimes you could get a bit of bleeding, which is quite normal, so don't panic if that happens. Just creating trauma in the skin, which will promote that collagen production. So this is really good when this is happening. And if you find this is a little bit too painful, you could always go down in the settings to a lower depth penetration.
Never make promises, 'cause I don't keep them. I never make promises.
This is the final look after microneedling. As you can see, kind of looks like I have a bit of a sunburn, and this could actually persist for a couple of days, maybe 1 or 2 days, and then you'll have a little bit of a peeling effect afterwards. I'm gonna just, for the finale, just cover this in another layer of the hyaluronic acid just to have it sink in and do its job. Afterwards, I'm going to apply some sunscreen if I need to go outside. Some things to note prior to doing a microneedling treatment is to best avoid any active ingredients, at least 2 to 3 days before and after treatment. The reason being, it will just increase some sensitivity into the skin if you do use any active ingredient. Some active ingredients would be anything like retinol, salicylic, benzoyl peroxide, lactic acid. Those are best to discontinue 2 to 3 days before and after treatment. So if you guys like this video, please subscribe to our channel and give us a thumbs up.